Hey guys, what's up? It's Menashe, and for today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the Netflix anime series Dragon's Dogma. Dragon's Dogma is based off the 2012 video game of the same name developed and published by Capcom. I haven't played the game yet, so any Easter eggs and references the show might have had, I probably missed them, so for that, I apologize. Now getting into the main plot of the show. We follow our main character named Ethan, who after his city and family gets killed by the dragon, the main villain of the show, he becomes an arisen. An arisen is someone whose heart has been taken by a dragon, and then they go on a quest to go kill said dragon. Like that's the main crux, that's the main point of the show. That's what we're following throughout the journey. We're following Ethan's journey to go kill the dragon and regain his humanity. The series itself is 7 episodes long, and each episode corresponds to a different deadly sin, like sin, greed, envy. You get it. And I think the show was trying to go for a more, I don't know, philosophical deep dive into the human condition or how people are, but it just fell flat. For me personally, it didn't hit the mark. Like I know what the show was trying to go for, and for that I kind of appreciate it, but execution wise, it did not properly deliver on what it set out to do. I personally don't think it did. But don't get me wrong, there are some interesting moments here and there, but they aren't given enough. But they aren't like fully fleshed out or given like enough time to breathe. Like it's just like it snap. Okay, it like moves through like its plot pretty fucking quickly, so that you the viewer don't even okay, you're not given time to like think about it. You're not given time to be like, oh wow, shit, because it just moves so fucking quick. So you're like, okay, I guess that happened. Okay, I guess that happened. And like, I don't know, some of the more subtle or more, I don't know, philosophical moments I kind of just lost, because you're not really given time to think about it. And yeah, and I think that's a detriment to the show as a whole. If the episode counts had been longer, or the episodes themselves been made longer, I feel like it could have done what it set out to do. But as it stands, it's pretty fucking poor. It's mediocre at best. It's mediocre at best. Doesn't really reach like its full potential. That kind of fucking sucks. There is a twist, however, at the end of season one that I don't know, people who play the game probably already know about. But I was like, okay, it's pretty interesting. That's pretty interesting. And if they do decide to make a season two, I'd probably watch it. But the only thing I would hope for is that they improve the writing drastically, because the writing for season one kind of fucking sucks. Like I said before, there are some interesting moments here and there, and that kind of makes watching a little bit more bearable. But the majority of the time, I don't want to say you're gonna be bored, but you're gonna be left wanting something more. And and I really do think that's worse than being bored. I really do think so. Yeah, just going to the show knowing that you're not getting, I don't know, fucking Shakespearean levels of writing. Now moving on to the characters themselves, they're fine. They're fine. The characters, they're not gonna be, I don't know, fucking groundbreaking, I don't know, Stanley Kubrick levels of like character depth or something like that. They're just there for the plot. They're just there to move the plot. They're just there for the plot to do whatever the plot wants to do for them. There is, however, an interesting character arc with Ethan. But like I said before, and I'm gonna keep bringing this issue back, it's not given enough time to breathe or be fully fleshed out. Because Ethan, like the arc it goes on in the show, it could have been done very well, or have been very entertaining if it had been like in the hands of someone who actually knew what the fuck they were doing. But here you can't just go, oh wow, oh wow, it happens. You really don't care. And oh yeah, and that's another thing, you really don't care enough about the characters because you don't spend a lot of time with them. There are a lot of fucking side characters. Okay, a character will appear, let's say episode 1, and they appear back in episode 4, and you're supposed to care about them because, I don't know, like bad shit happens to them. Spoiler, bad shit happens in the show, and then something happens to them, and you're supposed to care, be like, oh my god, that sucks. But you don't, because you've seen like these people for like, I don't know, a combined screen time of like 4 minutes. I don't give a fuck about them. Why am I supposed to give a fuck about them? And yeah, I think the characters also could have been handled more better, more properly. And it's another thing the show doesn't do well. Like, don't get me wrong, it's fine. It's not bad. It's not amazing. It's just fine. And I don't know, fine isn't, great. And another glaring issue I noticed about the characters themselves is how quickly they like flipped or like changed from like their initial stances, or how the show tries to change how they were initially portrayed. And the example I'm gonna give is, without spoiling too much, The example I'm gonna give is there's this character, you know, when we're first introduced to them, we're told he fucked somebody else's wife. You know, and that's not a good thing. Okay, that's not a good thing. Cucking somebody is never a good thing. Don't cuck somebody, all right? But yeah, in the show, they're like, hey, this dude fucked this dude, whatever, right? And you're like, okay, cool, that's not very honorable, that's not very knight-like. And then in another episode, it's completely flipped. And this character is, I don't know, being heralded is like one of the, I don't know, fucking most virtuous and most noble knights or something. I'm like, what the fuck? That doesn't make any sense. And yeah, that's just another thing I noticed. And that's not like the only time that happens. That's like the example I'm using, but it doesn't happen too much, but it happens enough for you that you will probably notice. So I don't know if you like consistent characters or something like that. Yeah, you're also gonna not like the show for that because it kind of drops the ball on that part. But yeah, like I said, characters they're fine, you know, they're not really memorable, but you're not gonna completely like fucking hate them. They're just not memorable enough for you to, you know, care about them or have a long lasting impression after you finish watching the show. And that's sucks. Yeah, the art and animation, I'm not gonna say much about this. It's fine. Again, like everything in the show is fine. It's fine. It's just it's so fine. Like it's so mediocre. It's just so fine. It hurts. Okay, it's like it's so like yeah. And I don't know if it was intentional, like the creators wanted to make like the most, I don't know, safe or like I don't know, safe show or something, but yeah, they fucking succeeded because this show doesn't do anything daring, doesn't do anything to like make you want to remember it. It's just you just watch it and then you just fucking forget about like 5 minutes afterwards, and that fucking sucks because I really do feel like there was potential in this show. It just wasn't fully realized. And like I said earlier, if they ever do want to make a season 2, I really hope they improve the writing and the characters because yeah, right now as it stands, I would not, I don't know. Like the only people I recommend this show to are people who are like absolutely fucking bored on like a Saturday afternoon and they've got like, I don't know, 3 hours to spare. I would say, yeah, sure, go ahead, check the show out. You might have a good time, you know, you never know. Maybe you might like it better than me or whatever. But yeah, if I had to give the show a rating, I'd give it a 7 out of 10. And I know that seems kind of high from how I've been fucking, I don't know, thrashing it. But like I said, it's fine. You know, don't get me wrong, it's fine. It's not overtly horrible, but it's not overtly great either. It's just so fine. And I hate it. Like it's so fine. And that's it. That is the only thing I can say about the show. It's incredibly fine, you know. But if you do want a show you remember watching after 5 minutes, I would recommend you watch Castlevania and Devilman Crybaby. They're both Netflix produced shows as well, and I feel like those are the shows Dragon's Dogma was trying to emulate, but they definitely did the whole dark fantasy elements better. Yeah, you know. And yeah, but yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like and a comment, subscribe for more content, and I'll see you guys in the next video.